Bro, you're trash, bro. Is them tears, bro? Come on, bro. You gotta get you together, boy. Bro, you're trash, bro. Bro, you're trash, bro.
Real just looks trash again. Like real looks absolutely garbage. What is going on, everybody? Quancredible here to bring you the review for Black Clover Chapter 298. Before I get into it, I want to say Happy 4th of July for anybody who does celebrate that. But anyway, this chapter kind of concerns me a little bit because it was much shorter than they typically are with a 11-page chapter. I want to say we haven't gotten one of those back from like pre-COVID time, so it makes me wonder like what's going on with Tabata at the moment. Like hopefully, you know, fingers crossed nothing is going wrong with him health-wise or anything in his personal life, but just a little concerning. I mean, all the pages were finished, like there weren't any like partially done pages, so that makes me feel a little bit more confident, but the 11-page count is a little concerning, so hopefully he's okay. But aside from all that, the actual chapter was really hype. I loved it. I really do wish it was more pages. That definitely would have brought it up for me. But it basically picks off right at the end of last chapter where Majecla had finally like manifested herself through Vanica, and Noelle was questioning as to how this had even happened. And basically, since she was able to curse Aesir to death, she was able to partially manifest through Vanica. So it's almost like that was like her first main foothold. And it also shows that after, I guess, defeating Aesir, Vanica did receive a like significant buff, which is kind of interesting. And then from there, she is hosted in Vanica, whose soul basically already belongs to her. And then when Vanica and also Laura Pechka die, then she'll be able to fully manifest. And this is really interesting because I know there was a bit of translation issues with the last chapter in the officials, and it basically almost confirms that Majecla just needs the souls of 3 of the same sex mages, and then she can fully manifest in the world, which is actually really dope. And honestly, it's one of those things where this is it feels fair. Like it doesn't feel like cheap. It feels like, you know, for the amount of work she has to do to make this happen, especially over time, and how powerful, like if you look at the like caliber of these mages, I mean it makes it seem pretty fair. But even though Vanica is still alive, she is able to partially manifest in like a albeit like incomplete form, and she's able to tinker with Laurel's curse a little bit and make her full devil, which is kind of broken. Like it makes me think that like honestly, anybody who thought that Laura Petra was gonna live this arc is pretty much she's basically dead. Like I don't see how you come back after being transformed. I really like after you've been altered to that state. I really don't see how you come back, because I don't think it's gonna be like a Partry thing where like he was able to regain himself. Like because like he was still a like elf at the end of the day, whereas Laura Petra, she's a different being entirely now. So I really don't see how she comes back, which kind of sucks. I kind of want her to stay around. But and then that also means the stuff with Noelle and Undying, but I'll get into that later. But then from here we do get to see like our first true attack spell from Laura Pechka, albeit a devil form, and it is, you know, water magic, Hydra of Darkness, which looks dope. Like the spell itself actually looks really sick, but it just sucks that it has to be used against Gaza. And Noelle from there is going to try to stop it with like, you know, her like enhanced Sea Dragon's Roar, or she's going to try to stop Majecla with it. But Majecla is able to break it using the same spell she used to dispel like Narrow Seal, her Decaying World spell, which absolutely like Noelle's Sea Dragon's Roar, it just disappeared, which is crazy considering this is the same attack that like basically clapped Vanica. Like she couldn't do anything to the spell. But yeah, Majecla was able to just like no difference. So even in the incomplete form, she's like tons stronger than Vanica is, which just seems like crazy. Like I don't really see how like they even get out of this situation. Like I don't know what mage could pop up or what type of reinforcements could come that would make them win in this scenario. Honestly, it almost makes it feel like it like it really does shift more into that whole in-game theory that like Josuke or Jay kind of want to have happen. So it's just really, I really don't know where they're going to go from here. But from there, we do have Charlotte attempting to do something, which I mean, you know, I definitely respect Charlotte a lot in this entire fight, because she definitely carried her own weight, unlike this next person, which is Real. And Real just looks trash again. Like Real looks absolutely garbage. I mean,
listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
Granted, he did get inspired and come up with a new spell that I know all the Real stands are gonna like try to wank to the extreme and act like it's the strongest thing in all existence, even though we don't really have any idea how strong it is, since it just got immediately clapped by Majecula, but I mean, Real getting a new spell is cool. Like, he does get that feat, but at the same time, in this entire fight, he literally did nothing and just got skewered like everybody else. So it's like, I don't know. Like, again, it's not like I was expecting Real to just magically awaken himself and win the fight, but all he did was get inspired and draw a good picture and then get clapped. So it's just like, and then he didn't do anything prior to this. Like, he had no notable moments prior to this, so it just looks like Real's like 0-14 at this moment. Like, he looks really bad. But that being said, we do get more into the Gaja and Laura Petchka fight. I kind of feel like if this chapter was longer, this is probably where the bulk of the pages would have went, or not the bulk, but just kind of like those extra like 3 or 4 would have been into this fight. Flesh out maybe like their flashback or maybe more moments of their fight, you know, things along those lines. And because it just felt really shallow in this exact part, or not shallow, but like just underdeveloped right here, just because like he's starting to think about why he wanted to become the strongest mage, because she couldn't learn any attack magic, so he can do the attacking for her, which also like doubles down and kind of reaffirms why he's the strongest mage out of the Spirit Guardians, like why he is so much stronger than the other ones, because the other ones look like absolutely garbage in comparison to him. And it's probably because Gaza was trying to make himself like that, like essentially like Heart Queen or Wizard King level of strength to make up for that weakness that she does have, which is dope for him. Like, this is like, it sucks because this could have been a really dope character moment had this been longer. It's possible we could get more of it next chapter, but it's highly doubtful considering what happens. You know, when he's about to attack her, he does get impaled straight through, which sucks. Because people were saying Gaj was gonna die, and I was one of those people. I was like, nah, I don't see him dying. There's no reason for him to die. And then and then this happened. So I'm just like, he's probably dead. Like, he's probably dead because there's no healing mages nearby. Like, unless Mimosa drops down, which honestly, there's not much he could do outside of just heal them. I mean, it's not like she's about to make them win. Well, maybe. It depends. If you're one of those like Mimosa has the Dryad people, then maybe this could swing a crazy way if she drops down with somebody else. But I don't want that. But it would still be kind of hype to see. We're just gonna have to see on that one. But honestly, Gaja fighting Laura Petchka kind of felt like a weird move to me in the first place, because I kind of wish throughout this happening that we could have got more of what he was trying to do, because like it's not like he was, at least to me, it's not like I ever thought he was going to attempt to kill her or kind of like put himself in that position. And I don't really think, and it sucks because we don't even get to see if he thought he could knock her out or anything like that, as well as we didn't even get to see what his ultimate magic was. So it's like we really kind of got shafted on this exact part with it being so like under explained and with it being like shorted pages, which really sucks, because this had potential to be like a really dope chapter for me and as well as for everybody else. But then after that, we do get like the very end of the chapter, which is basically Noelle like de-transforming out of her spirit dive thing, which is interesting because I remember there was a fan translation or fan scanlation that was saying that that her new transformation only lasts 1 minute, so they have to win within that time period. But then in the officials, it said like Undyne was saying we should finish this in a minute, not really making it sound like she only has a minute. So I guess this chapter or this like happening basically confirms that her spirit dive transformation only lasts a minute, which is really short. Like I understand that she only had like 2 or 3 days to train and master like a ton of different things, but it's really short. As well as we also didn't get to see her ultimate magic either, unless this transformation was combined with ultimate magic or something, which would be like, I don't know, that would just be like kind of whack if that was the actual case. But so hopefully, she's able to go back into it soon and maybe fight. I'm not for sure who's going to drop down and save them, because with her not transformed, gods are basically about to die. Charlotte and Real out of the picture. I'm not seeing what else she can do on her own, especially with just Undyne sitting there. Unless Undyne somehow sacrifices herself to like bring Laura Petchka back, but that just sounds like all kinds of trash, so I definitely don't want that to happen. Street, I don't know if you guys have heard of him in the community. He's mostly on like Black Clover Twitter. He sometimes pops down in the Black Clover versus everybody live stream, like especially if you've been there from a long time ago, you know who Street is. He was saying that chapter 199 was Nozelle's fight against Dark Elf Patri. So next chapter being 299, it's a strong possibility we might see him again, which would be hype. But I want to see Nozelle and Dorothy drop down, because Dorothy was kind of connected to the Majecula plotline, and then we haven't seen those two at all. Like even when Noct, was given his rundown on where everybody was and what was happening, we didn't get to see those two. So hopefully those two come together, because I don't really think that one captain by themselves would be able to handle this kind of threat. as well as there's also the whole like team work thing or ship of Nozell and Dorothy going around. So it'd be dope to see those two together. But aside from that, that is the chapter. Honestly, this chapter was like a 8.5 to me, but I really feel like it could have got close to like a 9.5 chapter if we would have got more. Just because there was a lot of stuff that I was really looking forward to seeing. So that just really sucks. I am curious to know what you guys felt about the whole like Gaja and Laura Petchka thing. Like, do you guys think that he was actually going to try to kill her to save her, or that he just like he was rushing towards her to attack her, but then he seen her and then he stopped? Like, that part was kind of weird to me. As well as also how you guys feel about Noelle's transformation actually only lasting a minute, or do you think that maybe Majecula undid it, or is it pretty much basically confirmed to be a minute at this point? I just want to know you guys' thoughts on that one, as well as how you felt about the chapter. But I'm really excited for next week. You guys enjoy your 4th of July. Make sure you guys stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Make sure you guys like the video as well as subscribe to the channel for more Black Clover content. And I will see you all in my next video.